Good morning. I hope everyone is doing okay. So let's just go through how the market closed. And this is GBP AUD. The one we didn't take was price. Didn't give us the retest we needed. Uh, the other one we didn't take as well was GBP Euro GBP because the daily closed bullish by breaking above here. And AUD card, we had the break, but price didn't retest this level. And so for now, this trade is also gone. This is USD CHF on the daily time frame. So we are waiting for this Wednesday candle closure, and you can see price didn't break below neither. So uh, the only way we can sell is if the daily has a closure below this level. Uh, Waiting for daily close below object level, which is right around this level. Because you can see Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, price has just been making bullish candles. So I need one that will bring me back at this level. As for now, even this is it's nothing to me because that's not where I plan to sell. Regardless of how clean this thing looks and the daily is bearish, but is bearish. I can only consider this level maybe next week, but I doubt because of this structure I told you. There's this structure I was telling you guys that I believe this all push was because of this inverted head and shoulder, which if they consider this to be a lower low and this as a lower high, then price shifted at this level. And price is bullish, not bearish, as we anticipated. You can see that price broke above this lower low and went up. So that might be the cause of this push. And but either way, if you look at the same scenario again, price went bearish at this level, the weekly time frame. So uh even on the line chart, price at some point went is now bearish. So it's just that's why I'm waiting for price to break below this level to have that extra confirmation. Then we have NZD card. You can see uh price is now on its way to retest, but still it needs it needs at least another 2 or 3 days to reach this zone. Or one day, depends. Just really depends with the with the volatility in the market, how volatile it is. And it might reach here, but we can't do anything until we're at this level. Then lastly, the trade we entered, you can see price closed above this zone, which is a good sign. Because now we are trading above this uh, level. This was our lower high, but this was also another lower high before price made the new lower high. And lower high and price has broken all of them. So this is a good sign. The and you can see during the the Asian session price really didn't do much. We were just around this zone. Yeah, so for now, just hold and observe how the market react to this. Then we'll be just adapting and updating each other. But for now, this is the trade we got. And price is almost breaking above this level. So once price, let me do this. We need that break. Stainless. It's not moving. Okay. Um, Let me show you something. I need price to close above this level. So wait, I'll explain just a minute. So if price breaks above this level, like it almost did last session, but let's see if the 1 hour did it. Yeah, even on the 1 hour, price kind of broke. Yeah. So you see why I just stick to the forward time frame? It's the same thing. Here there's just there's a lot of noise, but here you just see price clearly and more clean. And see on the 2 hour time frame, the noise reduces as well. And you can see on the 2 hour time frame, we even had we had the break. So if you can see this, we had this break on the 2 hour time frame. So the 2 hour time frame is now bullish, right? Yeah. And the break that made this 2 hour time frame bullish was this break here. So that's why price has retested this level. So in the 2 hour time frame, if you're waiting for a 2 hour time frame entry, you will now wait for any 2 hour time or any 2 hour candle engulfing. Then you place your buys and your stop right below this level. You see, that's how I was saying the stop stays below these wicks. And if you can see, it's the same point again. So if you want, you can put right below this level. Anywhere just after below this level. You see? So yeah, so that's the key, guys. That's the whole idea. And so that's the trade. So for now, you just need price to have that break above this level. Then once we have the candle closure above this level, then we are in for a nice trade, guys. So that's the one you'll be expecting. And then we have NZD card. Also, price is still roaming around this area. No retest yet. ZAR USD price didn't almost here you can see price almost retested, but it again rejected. So we are still waiting for price to drop below. And as for now, it's just playing at this daily structure point. Yeah. So if you are to sell this, remember what I told you. If you get the entry point, you can see this is the head and shoulder. Let's see. And price broke. So once price broke, you can see price retested. You see. So once price retested, it didn't give us the entry here. It retested deep inside. So once it retests deeper inside, I told you guys, you have to wait for price to break outside again, then retest and give you the engulfing to then sell, you see. So as you can see, that's what price has done, and this should be somewhere here, and should be something like this, because this is where we had price making its final lower high, before higher low before it's made its new lower low. So you can expect price to retest this level, and that's what price has done. You can see we had this. In fact, it should be something like this, because that's why we had the retest. But you can see from the start. But the reason why I'm extending it to here is because uh there's this head and shoulder. So anything, so you can see from the start, price hasn't given us any entry point within this level here. There is no any engulfing. So if price can give us, if we can have a 4 hour time frame that can close below with something like this, then we can catch our sale. We can catch our sale and put our stop right above there, and you can target your this. I'm not selling this trade, by the way. I'm just telling you, if this was an opportunity and you needed an entry, this is how we practice entries. You wait for price to break, and then you can take advantage of this sale, and you can just put below this. The reason why I'm putting above these wicks for this one is because you see, if we have an engulfing here, it's very close to this it's very close to this level. And one, if this engulfs, we we didn't make a new lower low, so that we can just put it right there. That's the other reason. And for the one I entered, you can see price didn't make a new higher high, but price was the lower, the previous lower low that led to the lower high, that led higher low that led to the break. Price was distant. Okay, let me show you something. You can see price, when price retested this level here. Mm. Price didn't break this by making a new high, right? Yes. But again, price is lower, higher low was at this zone here. So if I enter here, my stop has to be over 60 pips at this zone. You see? Yeah. So the reason why I didn't drag this all the way down here is because of the distance between this wasn't making sense. And if you see there's that huge of a distance, it means in the lower time frame there is structure going on here, or either the 2 hour or the 1 hour, where if price just shifts, if it's a red trade, price won't even come all the way down here. So that's what I'm trying to tell you. So same applies to this trade here. Once this trade gives me an engulfing here, even though it doesn't break the lower low, which is this point here, one, so that I can just put my stop right below this engulfing. The distance between this is 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 just extra 5 or 6 pips. And if I jump in the 1 hour time frame, you see even at this same level is where there is a bit of structure. The 2 hour time frame, yeah, you can see even in the 2 hour time frame that price is bullish. And if price breaks below this level as this engulfing, I'm trying to take advantage of, which might be at this level here. Price will go bearish on the 2 hour time frame. And if I enter on the 2 hour time frame, you obviously put your stop right above here. You see, so that's why I'm saying it's above at that level. Let me just refresh this, because I don't even want to be seeing that 2 hour time frame, because we don't need it. Yeah, so that's what I'm trying to teach you on entry here. And US oil. I told you that we may have a bit of rejection here and there, but price will soon respect and correct this trend until it reaches our take profit here or comes back to our stop loss. So for now, uh, we're still just holding. This is also a pair I'm trying to learn a few things here and there. So you can see what's going on. So you can see the distance between this higher low and lower, higher low and higher high. And once we have this retest here, this engulfing breaking outside this level, you can see, you can see that break, you can see that break of price around this level, you see. So if I enter this zone, this is where my wicks are ending for the 4 hour engulfing, and this is where my lower low is for the higher low is for this push. So I can easily drag my stop and cover the higher low too, you see. Yeah, so it just depends on where the higher low is. As an example for this one as well, this distance is not much of a deal. You can see you have an entry there. You can easily cover your stop right below these lower lows. You see? Or if you want on the wicks, it just really depends so, but you have to be willing to accept the risk. But you can see most of the time price never even goes back to this area if you're just right about the direction. NZD card, uh in this case you can see this trade I was very wrong about the direction. And you can see what really happened. Prices went straight like the stop loss. Uh, yes, ECHF. So even here you can see, even though I decided to put my stop right above the lower high, even if I was to put my stop right below this engulfing candle as my entry, still I wouldn't have been stopped out, you see, to just go straight to my take profit. So like I told you, if it's a good trend, it won't even waste time. That's how usually I know with my trading strategy. So I know once I enter and price is just roaming around the OG level, there is a high chance it might stop me out. But once I enter and price goes straight to the stop take profit, there's a high chance it won't even waste my time in drawdown. You can see this trade as well. For this one, I remember I entered based off this head and shoulder here. But by this time, I used to use my 1 hour time frame a lot. Yeah, so I entered after this break and the retest, and there was some form of entry there. That's what I benefited from. Uh, so yeah, which other trade can I show you guys? Once price is right about the direction, it takes no time. Uh, let's see. Yeah, even this GBP AUD pair, as you can see, once I got this sell here, once I got this sell here, when I entered my sell there and my stop right around this right level there, price just went straight to take profit. Price just is I entered at this level, but I used the 1 hour time frame. So if I just waited for the 4 hour engulfing candle here, but price would have just given me what I want, but I would have missed this stock because this was in the Asian session. But still, you can see that price just goes straight to take profit. Even here, once you enter on the engulfing, it goes straight to take profit, and but not draw down rarely. Mm. There's also a trade on this side pair, even though it stopped me out because of the news we received in the Japanese yen. But you can see once I entered at this engulfing level there, price just went straight to take profit, almost even hitting take profit. And it hit, you can see I got my 1 to 2 there, but I needed my 1 to 3 as my target. And this sometimes will happen where price where price is almost hitting your take profit, then all of a sudden goes to your stop loss. It's just part of the game. You can't do anything. Because imagine you're in a trade and you're at this level, where you're planning to cash out, then the next thing you see is prices here. And this happened in a split second, guys. Now, if you were active trading on this day, you would bear with me on Friday, 23rd January 2026, around the this same 8 a.m. candle, 4 hour candle, and around that 11 around 4 a.m., 3 a.m. there before the 5 a.m. candle. That's when this happened. So that will always happen as sometimes. And Eurocard, I really want to show you guys trades that really go straight to take profit once you're right. So you can also see, look at this trade right here. See, my shift is happening at this level. You see, that's on the 4 hour time frame. And my retest is this 4 hour bullish window. And my engulfing is at this level. And I have this weak pullback. You see, I can't drag my stop all the way to this zone because this makes no sense. So my stop has to be above this engulfing trend. Because if I switch on the 1 hour time frame, you'll see what really happened. It would be either the 1 hour time frame or which one is it? This one. Yeah, you can see that price is bearish at this level because I entered based off this pullback and price on the 1 hour time frame closed bearish at this level. So if I entered this pullback, meaning once price breaks above this zone, 1 hour becomes bullish. So there is no need of me holding my losses all the way up to there, you see? So that's the reason why uh I usually do that. Think or something like this. And same with this one here. You can see once the 1 hour retested this zone, gave me the 4 hour engulfing. There is no point for me to put my stop all the way there. Just need it here. See? Uh, and usually what happens is you just see the trades themselves. They'll tell you that, okay, this kind of trade, you can put your stop right above this level. Example, this trade here, even though I I missed it. If you can see, if you can clearly see what's going on here. Mm. price has broken above this level. Please just try to pay attention to this for a minute. You can see price was still bullish because it didn't break above, and this was the higher high. This was the higher high, and this was the higher low. So meaning I couldn't take a trade in this zone, this level. But let's just say price made a new higher high, which was this level here, and the shift was at this level there. That's for learning purposes. Then in this case, you can see I get my break and I get my retest and I get my engulfing, which is around 17. Okay, let's now just say this is 9 a.m. New York session. Okay. And then for that, oh, I miss it still. Then I get another entry level, which is this New York Open. This candle we are in right now, which will lead to the London Open at 10 a.m. This one. So once it closes, you can see price closes with this strong engulfing. It makes sense when I enter my sell here and put my stop right above this level. For this is where my engulfing candle is ending, you see? But if you can see the distance between the higher low, the lower high and the lower low, uh, and this entry point, I can put my stop at this zone. You see? Yeah, and I can increase my take profit. Because if you see, you can even see the entry itself, it makes sense when me putting my stop around this level or putting my stop at this area here. You see? But either way, you see what really happens once you're right about the engulfing, price rarely even comes all the way up here. Just a bit of pullback here and there, and price continues going down. So that's the thing I'm trying to show you guys about entries so you can know why I enter that way sometimes, or sometimes I put my stop right above or below the higher low or the lower high, or sometimes just right below or above the retest or the entry. This time I used the one still using the one for entry. Yeah, and you can see the 4 hour time frame. Didn't even give me an entry in this trade. Yeah, but and from there price has just been going up. So even this time I used this entry and it got stopped out, but it was a nice trade. It was a very nice trade, just didn't play out. And and I didn't take this, I was spectating, but I saw that price was bullish at this level here. I just entered. I think I should delete this, but I didn't really enter this. I was just spectating based off the imagining if the 4 hour was bearish, but I knew there was this shift. And for now, that's it. I'll update you guys later. Welcome back, guys. So let's just go through what market has done so far. Um, so this is the trade we entered. You can see price really has just been price started with a strong push. Didn't really see that. But yeah, so this is the new market open. It's about to open. You can see how price wanted to break above again, but price has been rejected there. So now very soon we have the 12 p.m. candle, and there we have it. So we're still waiting for a break there. Still waiting for a break there, and we'll just wait for now. And your NZD card, you can see price had a nice push, smooth push to the upside. And still we need this retest, and I now really doubt if we might have this retest this week. Uh, Euro USD CHF as well. You can see an indecision close there, and price hasn't broken below yet. So um really as well, if we can have a Thursday which is today, and price doesn't really break below or at least this zone here, then this trade is also invalid. In fact, it's probably even invalid. We only have one trade, which is this one, and yeah, you can see price is kind of just playing around for the past 4 times 5. What's 4 times 5? For the past 20 hours, price has done nothing but just moving around same pace. So and you can see it's almost breaking. So let's just watch and see how price will play out in the next session. For now, I can't even do anything. This is a New York session. I'm still waiting for my break, and I didn't get the break. So US oil, let me just see. Yeah, price almost at that retest, and now you can see we are still going up. Still need my take profit. And these other pairs can see AUD, USD, AUD card completely broken above. The Euro GBP is now playing around this level, but it's of no interest to us. GBP AUD price has broken below, and price might even continue making new lower lows and new lower highs just like that. So I'll update you around the New York session, because now that's all we have. And yeah, maybe in the New York session, might have a deeper discussion, but for now, that's it. So I'm back, and it's still 12. You know what to do, so you're stuck with me, guys. Anyway, let's just go through pairs that we trade, so you can try to spot out what to like next week. So if you can if you can try to pay closer attention to this trade right here, this pair, you can clearly see the price has been bullish, and price retested this zone here, right? Yeah. And since price retested this level, let me just start from this point here. It's supposed to be here. Okay. When you can see price was making higher highs, higher lows, higher highs. It broke below, it made a new lower low. It made a new lower high and a new lower low. Price broke up, made a new higher high. And you can see price just used to reject this level, but there were no we didn't have that initial retest. Okay. Yeah, so the reason why I waited for this price was when we had this retest, price even broke below my OG level. So since it broke below my OG level, I have to give it another week so that that other week can push price back in my trading zone. So you can see this is what price is trying to do. If you watched my weekend videos, you would know why I'm saying this right now. I already explained on this, but so you can see price is now breaking. So since the price is now breaking above, we just need this weekly to close with a strong bullish candle like that, or even move a bit, even have a weak rejection up, around this level. But as long as we're having this weekly candle breaking above this OG level, that will be fine for us. So, why I'm saying I didn't I didn't uh put this as my I didn't put this trade on my list when price was closed with this engulfing can retest. You can try to look at this example. You see how price retested at my OG level and it immediately rejected, even though it closed with a bearish candle, but you can see that rejection and price didn't break below. But here you can see, same with this one, when price broke and, no, not this one, same with this one here, when price retested, but the difference is price broke beyond our OG level. So we can't really do anything, and you can see the difference between how price reacted at this level and how price reacted at this level. So meaning I can't really buy that same week or the week that the next week. I have to wait for another weekly candle that will show me a bullish momentum. And I know it's obvious that once we get this momentum, if I switch to the lower time frame, I will also see the same shift either in the daily and the 4 hour. So as you can see right now, price is respecting this level. We are kind of trying to break above, and let's just say let's just say if this was a Friday, okay, because this is a Thursday, or this was a Sunday, the market has closed, and we're waiting for the market open on Monday. Uh, at this state, we are very much ready to buy in the next week. Cause you can see, since we've already engulfed, if I switch on the daily time frame, you will see that price is obviously about to shift, or a shift, or the 4 hours also shifted. That's been maybe retested, and we just need an entry. And if price closes like this, I can guarantee you next week we can have a nice buy all the way up to this level. Long as we don't have the Bank of Japanese or the yen experiencing any, what you call this, fundamental news or any interference, I don't know. But as long as we don't get anything tempered on the Japanese yen, and the US dollar maintains its strength, we'll have a very nice uh push up to this level. The only thing that can make us not have that retest, that push, if this weekly closes with this strong engulfing candle, it has to be with the fundamentals, but the technicals are very much 100% right. Only the fundamentals will make this trade not buy. It's either the fundamentals will want price to buy once price retest with a weak rejection at this level. Because since we are bullish, like I told you, since we are bullish at this level, uh, we should be very much okay with price retesting back at this OG level and us looking for buys at this level or at this level. And for now, you can see that's why even price. Let me do this. Let me just do this so you guys can see. Okay, we're at this zone, right? Uh-huh. Um, Obviously, what I do is once price gets this first break, this first shift, the next trade I usually take the pullback because price usually gets that pullback, then continues buying. Then the other maybe upcoming the other next 2 or 3 weeks price then retests to the OG level. It's just like that. It just happens like that. Let me just show you an example. Look at this. This pair is bearish. This movement is bearish, right? You can see. Let's just for this is bearish. Price breaks below, right? Price breaks below. Price will have the second week, the week that follows, with opening with a strong weak rejection. You can see that rejection, then it sells. Then after a few weeks, price again comes back to this level. Then you can also resell, unless if price comes back at this level with a change structure, then you can be looking for buys. But sometimes this might hold, so sometimes this might happen. It will buy. See? But what really usually happens is same with this level here. Uh, Same with this level here. This is so nice, you know, and it's so rewarding. You see, price breaks above, price makes a new higher high, right? Price was bearish. Just try to, yeah, in fact it was bearish here. Yeah, it was bearish, and then you can see. Let me start from there so you can pay attention. Price was making higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, and price broke below, made the new lower low, lower high, lower low. You see, and price made the new high high. So once price makes that shift, the first thing we do, the first thing we do, we just we try to take advantage of the weak pullback of the following week, so we can catch the first buy or the first sell. Then once price retests back at that level again, if the structure is in the same direction, you can again repeat the same entry. It just happens like that always. So you can see price has broken above this level. You see, price breaks above that level. Look at the weekly time frame. What happens next? We get this week pullback. This week pullback to the same entry level. And this is where you buy from. You get same with this OG, same with this level here. It just repeats the same thing. Uh which level? Mm, I saw something. Yeah, so price keeps on doing that. Look at this one again. Even here, price was making price. No, in this case, price was bearish, was bullish. But just look, it's just you can see even if price was bullish before it broke this, you can see how price reacts when it makes a new lower low or a new structure. The first retest that's there is always a pullback. You can see we only had the pullback around this level. You see that pullback, then price continued going down. You see? So that's what I'm trying to tell you guys, that price will usually give you that pullback. So even in this case, we there's possibly we obviously we had the pullback, but the only difference is this candle closure. So if I was to switch maybe to another different broker, you'll see maybe they had the pullback because you can even see with the way this candle has opened, that candlestick shows there was a pullback. You can also see even here when price broke, we had that pullback. So this pullback will always happen regardless. So you can even see when price made broke below this lower low, price had the pullback and price then sold. Then it came back to the level again, then gave you another entry, then continued selling. You see, that's what I'm trying to tell you guys. So that's how price behaves most of the time in the weekly time frame. And if you spend enough hours on the charts, you get to see all these things clearly. And let's continue. So as I was saying, we are talking of the pullback, right? Okay. So look at how price moved at this level. In fact, let me replay now all the way to let me replay all the way to this level. Okay. So price is bullish now. Price is now bullish, but let's just see. Price price did what? Price got the pullback. You see? Price got the pullback, then continued buying. That's the first thing you've noticed. Now, look at that. So now we have to wait for the retest. Price retests, then continues buying. Again, price retests. No, I think that one didn't have the retest. Price retests. Uh, price is trying to give you that initial retest. And you can see how price is rejecting the level. You can see, okay, price retests, price makes another deeper lower low. If you can see what I'm telling you, since this is bullish, we should be okay with price buying at this level or price buying at that level. And you can see price retested and it didn't close below this 4G level like price did at this zone. So this indicates that you can catch your buy at this level if you use lower time frames like the 1 hour, the 30 minutes. But for me, my 4 hour wasn't allowing here. But I'll drop to the lower time frame soon. But I want to just to get the picture and I want you to have this mindset that whatever is happening in this time frame is the same thing that happens in every time frame, regardless if it's the 4 hour, if it's the if it's the daily, if it's the weekly. I think I shouldn't have maybe told you it was the weekly time frame. Would have would have been shocked. But either way, it's the same thing. So see what really happens now. Price is at this level, and price has now given us the engulfing, and price is still bullish, so we can take this buy now. Meaning it's on the weekly time frame, it's solid. And when the next weekly candle opens, if this price goes below this engulfing candlestick pattern, uh then I'm okay with price even coming to this higher low, because you can see clearly that we rejected this first weekly level of buys with a strong buy. and prices even continued with another extra engulfing candle. So if the weekly closes like this, then will be very much good for next week. Then now let's go on the daily time frame. Interestingly, so interestingly, you can see this is the daily time frame. You see, the same thing on the daily time frame. When price breaks above, even though this is not an OG level, when price breaks above, it gives you that quick pullback, then buys a bit, then it comes back for the initial retest to then continue buying. And so in this case, you can see the same thing. Price retested this level, it failed to hold like last time. So price dropped and tried the second OG level, it failed. And now price is back at this first OG level. And this is very much clean. And I honestly like this trade. If you can just close like this, and it makes sense. It makes sense. Uh, so since now we are at this level, the only thing we can do is wait for the daily to go bullish at this zone. Because once the daily is bullish, then we'll have the indication we need of knowing that price is ready to go for buys, because you only have the weekly that's bullish for now and the 4 hour that's bullish, but you guys will get to that. But this is what I want to see now. Need the daily to close above this OG level. Okay. So we are waiting for daily candle close. Uh, yeah. So if we can get that candle close, interestingly again, when I put on the forward time frame, you can see what's going on. Price has been bearish from this time, from this point, and we're just having higher structure points trying to break above. And we can see that price has broken above quite right. There you can see we broke above. And our high low is now this zone here. Our high low is now this level. So we can catch buys along this level since we've already shifted on the forward time frame. But the most important thing left is that shift to occur in the daily time frame, because the 1 hour time frame can simply, again, maybe for the rest of the day, just continue doing things like this and, until the daily breaks above. So you just have to be patient on the daily time frame, then we'll jump back to the forward time frame and enter this buy. If we can't get that, we won't do anything. Usually people would be so afraid of buying this because of the volatility it's been having since last month end, and but this is the opportunity to buy because I'm now buying it at a cheaper price. So this is when I'm going to take my buy. And when we enter our buy, we can structure a take profit right above this level. Right above this level. Or if you want to hold up to those weeks, or if you want to be a little more conservative, can be there. Or if you're scared, you can be there. So, so it's just you and your psychology now. Because the trade will give you all it can do, it gives you the perfect entry. But even on the entry, you cannot even be stopped out. But even in your rewards, you need to apply your best emotional intelligence. Because you find yourself where you would have taken advantage of the price and the trade, so that even if you lose the next four trades, you'll be okay. You were so scared and you ended up closing your trade only when price was here, instead of holding till price gets to its full potential, which is probably around this level here, these two lines. Because if you now, let's just say, it gives you a retest and an entry and you put your stop right below here, and you take profit around this level, you've already hit your stop loss, you take your 1 to 3. Or if you put your stop right above here, you've already hit your 1 to 5 or 1 to 6. But the initial take profit is this one, or not this one, or this one. These two are just based off fear, or if that's your minimum or maximum target. You see? So, but since we have about a day as well, I would love to see some structure before we buy, just to cover up this weak rejections, this, and then we can catch our buys. Yeah. Mm. But so that's what I have for now. The next time we meet, I'll talk about another pair that looks clean that we can discuss for uh next week. Welcome back. So this is New York Open, and you guys are stuck with me for the next 45 minutes or 1 hour. But let's just go through what the market is really doing. So this is uh, let's start with the trade we've taken. I've also just opened this, by the way. So let me do this, and then let's do this. Okay, and let's do this. So we are in this trade. Oh, so currently price has now broken above this level we were waiting for. And if you remember in the previous video, I explained that's the move we were waiting for. And I told you a lot of things about this entry. So I'll just go through it right quick, then we can continue with where we ended. So firstly, I remember telling you guys that the reason why my stop was here, because I can't increase this. That's the first thing I told you. And up to here. And I told you that if it gives me the weak pull, the engulfing I need, my normal stop loss should just be right below this wicks. Because if the trade is right, the trade will rarely come back to this level. You see? And if the trade is correct, it just goes straight with maybe a bit of drawdown and it pushes up. So here it's just one or two things. Either this massive drop takes us out or pushes us up. Uh, what are we learning from this? We are learning that the reason why I use the 4 hour time frame and not the 1 hour time frame is one and the same. And you can now see that because and thank God we caught a trade this week because I really wanted you guys to see that even if I use the 1 hour time frame or the 4 hour time frame, I'll still get the same entry. So let me just try to move this away. So on the 1 hour time frame, this is the same thing. Price was around here bullish, and price was around here bearish, and price went bullish, and price retested, but it had a deeper retest. So, like I told you that other strategy on Monday or Tuesday, I told you I have to wait for price to come back outside of the OG level and retest the OG level and give me the engulfing. And you can clearly see that's what price did at this level. Exactly that. You can see uh that this was the this was the OG level. Then when price retested inside, it didn't give us the entry signal we needed right there and then. So I waited for price to you wait for price to break up on the 1 hour time frame and retest and give you this entry. And if you put your entry at this level, you see the 1 hour is now bullish, by the way. This is the higher high and this is the higher low. Your stop loss has to be just below this level. You see? Because once the 1 hour breaks below this level, the trade is dead. It's now bearish and you are wrong about the movement. And if you want to be even more safer, you can just drag it below here, around this level. That's why you saw me putting my stop around this level. So it's either I put my stop around this wick or below this low, but it's one and the same thing. And so now you see why my my and you look at the position where I entered my trade at on the 4 hour time frame. So now you get to see that I focus on the 4 hour time frame because it blocks out all the noise. If you can see how this thing looks clean and you see. So yeah, so that's right around that thing. But my stop was here. Yeah, my stop loss was right around here. And I told you the reason why is because I have experienced this before. And the day the candle closure didn't break the higher high. And this is still fine. This is still fine. It would have only been a bad entry if my stop was around this zone. But this is still fine. Oh, this is still fine. Mm, even though it's just a bit stretched, but it's still fine. This just means that I I have to wait a bit longer in terms of coming out my trade, but it's fine. So instead of me coming out at this level, I may wait until price is at this zone here. So that's the entry we got, and that's the trade we are in right now. And thank God you guys saw me take a trade. And yeah, experiencing the skills in a live market. Uh, if you such moments where now you just sit back and think it's really been a long journey because back then, I remember back then uh, when I was starting back then, just to make the just to make a video of me doing these things was so scary. If you can watch my first videos, you'd even hear from the voice I was shaking. I would shake when entering trades or even closing profits. But now it's way different. It's even if I'm in a trade, a losing trade or winning trade, my my behavior is just the same. I'm not overexcited. I'm not sad. I'm not afraid or anything. Cause it's just when you reach at that level now, you start seeing the market differently. And I used to think when people were saying that they were lying, cause now I get to see I get to see the markets and in a view of me trying to perfect my craft. It's it's no longer of me trying to make ends meet from it. I know, yeah, that comes with the perfection of the craft, but back then it was way more of let me find the next trade that will feed me, that will that will give me a couple of dollars for this week or for that week or for that month or let me make let me work so I can make uh $3,000 this month, you know. But removed my as soon as I removed my thought from that space of trying to get money out of something I love, it became way easier because not only am I selective of what I do, but I'm very cautious and it's more of this theory I read recently. Uh, you start to behave like a lion, you see. Mm, example, just this week, you can see we had six perfect pairs, and they all were moving. They were all opportunities, and all I did was just watch, even though some missed us, some didn't even come back. We, I, I wasn't chasing to get a trade. So it's this theory I learned recently is when you start to behave like a lion, most of the time you're just observing, just weighing your opportunities, choosing carefully. You know, sometimes a lion uh would see prey, but if it doesn't fit its risk to reward, it won't do anything. It may just watch and let the prey pass by. And to spend most of the days up on its heels, resting, but when it's time for action, it picks one and then acts accordingly, boldly, and if it catches its prey, it enjoys the meat and goes back to sleep, waiting for the same thing to happen. If it doesn't, It still goes back to sleep and regains its strength while still observing. So that's the type of person I've become. I really spend most of my time on the markets just observing. And at first, it really seemed as though I I was wasting time because I would ask myself, why am I not uh, putting this skill I've learned in action, you know? And most of the time, it costed me dearly because even when there was nothing happening, I would force myself to make something happen, you see? But with time, it's now reached to a stage where I'm cool with my aim is going a week without taking a trade each week. And sometimes I would even get a setup on a Monday and I would just resist it. Not because I'm scared, but it just doesn't look maybe even clean to my eyes. Uh, but so that's what I'm trying to tell you is you get to learn more as you spend time on the charts. You get to know what works for you and you get to know what doesn't work for you. And it seems hard at first, I won't lie, but with time, you get to have a hold of it and it becomes worth it. And the moment you just stop working to get paid, but rather working to perfect your craft, to perfect your entry, to perfect your loss management, which is risk management, you win massively because that's where my focus shifted from trying to catch the next win, from trying to perfect my skill in each opportunity I chose in that week, and being fine with the outcome. And that has just built someone I never expected 2 years, 3 years ago. I never expected. I knew I would know a few things, or clear one or two. But in 2023, November, I had no idea this is the type of person I'll become in 2026, May. And it's been 3 years fighting this, um, s- this transformation. As soon as I got it, boom, it was just there. And you also have it, just keep going, keep showing up, keep putting in more hours, and might not make sense at first, but it will. Because when I started, bro, I knew nothing. Like I knew nothing at all. I remember all I knew was making trend lines. All I knew was going on the market, enjoying something like this. That's that's the first thing I remember doing on the market. I remember sometimes I just did a lot of things we all as beginner. Everything you've done, or if you are a beginner, everything you are doing, I've done it before. From trying to flip accounts, mm, trying to buy signals, trying to trade the news, the NFPs, the CPIs, trying to study the oil. You know, what's funny? One day one day I had to study the whole fundamental news from 2020 to 2024 because me and my friends were trading NFP and CPI. So I had to make sure I know every news the way it came out. And that day I didn't sleep. I spent the whole night trying to figure this out, you know, but that didn't work as well. So just keep showing up, keep on trying, keep on being you, and sooner enough you'll find your way out. And most importantly, just be yourself. If you are yourself, you'll find what works for you. Uh, then you stick to that. Because firstly, I tried scalping. That wasn't for me. I tried, I tried trading below lower time frames. That wasn't just for me. I tried trading gold. That wasn't for me. But people make money off it, and I'm okay with that. But if I was to say someone that, if I was to tell someone that I have a trade in AUD, NZD, they would probably say who's trading that now because most majority now is trading US 30, NAS 100, uh, gold, and the common pairs out there. But it just picked my my circle of competence, like Warren said. You don't have to be right about everything. Just need a few sports that you know you're good in, and I'm good at I'm good in these, and only these will make me the money I need and will give me the happiness I need. I don't need to go here just because the crowd is trading US oil or in US 30, US 500 because the public is trading it. One thing you might never even see me do is, you never, you might see me spectate a trade in US, NAS 100, but you never see me take a trade in here. I'll just see it cause and use it to analyze where the market is positioned right now. And this is a very nice trade, by the way. You can see the same thing. I put my stop loss here, and the lower low was this one, was the higher low was this level here, but this wouldn't have made sense, so I used this week. That's what I was explaining to you. But yeah, so you never see me take NAS 100, US 30. I might predict some like this. Uh, this trade was entered at this level. Mm, might predict something like this, and sometimes I might predict them and they play out, but you won't see me take a buy or a sell. Mm, same in this pair. Uh, maybe you might see me take a sell in US oil or a buy, but rarely, or Bitcoin, but rarely. But these trades mainly will be taken based off my own terms, not because of what the crowd is saying, what the crowd is doing. And same with this pair. I'm sure majority have been buying or selling this trade around this level. But for me, I can only maybe try to look at the buy if price can come back here. Cause I have other plans for gold. Now, if I can catch a buy here, I can even hold it till we are at the all-time high, chase this zone here. Cause if you can clearly see, price is rejecting this level, and this price can continue going up to this zone. So you see, so things like that. But most importantly, just choose your level, your area, and try to perfect yourself in that area. If you want, you can just really pick one pair like NZD card and just study this pair every day. Every day, you'll know how it reacts at your levels and what really usually happens, and you benefit from that. And that's what helped me with these Forex pairs you're seeing here. I didn't pick everything. At first, I was everywhere. And that's why it delayed my progress because I would catch a nice trade in NZD card. The next week going GBP NZD. And let's say I've never traded this pair in a month or 4 months. I just see it. Then once I see the weekly shift to my direction, try to catch a trade, and then I lose. And I go back to maybe Euro USD and then I win. So now I'm thinking, why not just pick this that I'm good at and let the others go? Because I don't need 20 to give me uh the trades, the life I want, or 30. I just need 16 or 15 is enough. Where on this 15, I'm picking 5 per week. That's okay. Yeah, so that's what you should also do if uh you want to really make this life easier. And especially if you even know yourself, you know if you're a you're a swing trader, you're an aggressive trader, you're a defensive trader, and you play around those spots. Like for me personally, I'm an I'm an aggressive trader, and I like these time frames, which makes me a swing trader. And most of the time, the it's rarely that I might catch a trade and the same day it reaches my take profit. Sometimes it might be 2 days minimum, maximum even a week. And uh but that's what makes me happy, you know. And I know someone might be, oh, you're waiting for 3 days, what to make money in 3 minutes. Yeah, we're different. Some enjoy that, but I know that if I am once I have an opportunity and I pick this trade, I'm risking maybe much more than the person who's trading 5 times a day is risking in that whole week. So it just depends on who you are. And most of the time, if you're an aggressive trader, you risk more. But if you're an aggressive trader, you again have to make sure you trade less because you risk more and trade less and you lose less, but you win more. That's the whole idea. So that's the type of investor I am. Yeah, but anyway, it just depends with what type of investor you want to be. You can be defensive, you can be aggressive, and if you're defensive, maybe you can spend 5 or 6 times or even 10 times in that week, just trying to make some profits for yourself. But for me, I'll just probably take one trade a week and risk more. And if I lose, I'm okay with it because I'm risking more and risking less. I'm risking more by trading less. So that when I win, I'm winning big. But again, I'm trading less. And over time, you'll see how that plays out if you can do the math. So that's the type of trade I am. And so I try to think long term, you see. Uh, but anyway, let's go through the pairs now. I just wanted to encourage someone out there because you really don't know whoever might be watching, what they're going through. Maybe someone wanted to quit, but if they hear this, they might hang on to their dream. But the best advice I can give you in trading is focus on perfecting your craft and don't worry about the money. The money will come. Just focus on perfecting your craft. Treat each trade like it was your last. Try to imagine that with the amount of uh, equity you have, try to imagine maybe you only have 10. For me, Warren Buffett used to say, imagine you have 20 punch cards and you only have to take 20 life decisions in your whole life, and you'll be very much cautious with those 20. Uh, because you think very much when taking each, since you know that if I make any single mistake, it might cost me my life. So you take each trade as if it was your last. But for me, I flipped that and just gave myself 10 chances. Every trade I take is like I only have 10 chances of making my life better. So that makes me even be more cautious. That makes me even take trades that I know if I lose, I'll be fine with myself and I'll have a good night's sleep. And so that's the best advice I can give you. Take each trade as if it's your last and focus on perfecting your craft, and everything else you'll see how it will align perfectly. So anyway, let's go back to where we ended. This is NZD card. You can see I've been waiting for a retest at this level, and price seems not just to give us what we want. And what we do is just wait because we can't really do it. We can't really do anything unless price gives us the direction we need. And for now, my only interest will be once price is at this level. Uh, this pair, if by Friday price will be at this level, this pair might make it to next week. Who knows? Yeah, because it looks clean and the retest is kind of promising for now. Um, the next trade we have is AUD card. Regardless of the nice break it had, you can see price still is now some sort of trying to retest at this level. Uh, Interestingly enough, this will be our OG level, like I told you. But if you remember what I told you in the previous video, I told you when price breaks for the first time of a weekly higher high, it gives you the weak pullback to enter. Then the next retest is usually a a full retest, then it breaks above. So you can see right now, price broke above this higher high, and we are not getting the pullback we need. So this might be a good sell, might be a good buy if price can retest this level, retest this level like that, but without without price breaking below this, then we can catch a buy next week. In short, price can retest with this kind of uh candlestick pattern at this level, then we can buy next week. And if we don't get that, we'll still be patient enough to see. Because if you can look at this, AUD card and NZD card, they are all going the same. So it might just to now lead me in just picking the one that makes the most sense for next week. And but as for now, my interest is when price retests back at this level. Yeah, and uh, and there's still time because this price might even buy and fail to retest back here because of the 4 hours broken above this high. So this might be maybe a chance for spec spectators to buy or impulsive buyers who prefer buying at all-time highs to buy. But for me, I really like buying lows at a cheaper price. This will be at 0.98 uh 400. So let's just wait and see how price plays out. And if we can get the 4 hour going bearish at this level, uh that can give us some confidence of expecting price on Friday tomorrow to just flow through with that retest back to that OG level. Uh yeah, so then we have Euro GPP. The daily is now bullish. So the only way I can buy now is if price breaks below this level, because this is my higher low. So if this price wants us to participate in any buys, or let me even reduce this now because we are no longer, let me reduce this now. If price wants us to participate in any of the movement in this pair, then it should be the daily should go bearish, and now with the daily go bearish, the daily has to make a new high, cause then I have to wait till price to go to its all-time low since February, and yeah, so for now, I can only say once price is here. So the best odds, the best opportunity we can get is if price makes a new high and shifts it, then we can sell. Uh, but right now we still have a long way to go, and we just have to wait for that to happen. So just like this, like I was telling you, I know that next week I won't be trading this pair. I might look at this pair maybe next week, Friday or Saturday, just to see if the daily has done what I'm telling you right now. You see, and I avoid any losses, any impulsive trading from that pair. That's the key of all this. And then I have GPP AUD. So you can clearly see that price is having a deeper retest. And for us, we only have our interest when price comes back at that zone because the daily is already bearish, by the way. But if you look at the weekly, we've already reached this level. And this now, what does this tells me? So this now tells me that next week price might need to have that deeper retest of the weekly time frame and a continuation to sell. Uh, in short, something like this has to happen here, and that makes us that makes us uh, at least just remove our hands of this pair for maybe next week and just watch and see what really happens. Because if you can see, the good part is the daily is bullish, yes, bearish, so we are free to catch trades within this level. Uh, we are free to catch trades within this level at this zone, which is our most likely lower lower high or G level. And if you can put on the forward time frame, it's right about the same level. And when price is back at this level, you can see that the 4 hour will be bullish. So if the 4 hour is bullish at this level, this means that once price is at this level, we again have to wait for price to make a new high and a shift as well again, then a sell. Uh, so just like that, you now even know your next move if price was to retest at this zone here. Uh, what to do next? Yeah, so we have to be very cautious because this is the daily level, this is the daily time frame, and and uh and price can and price has every right to even give us a full retest next week that closes around that full retracement, and the daily ends up being bullish. So our greatest confirmation will be um, the daily, the 4 hour shift, because you can see whenever price was here, price was buying, and price was buying, price was buying. And so it's really a high chance that price might buy again. As you can see, it's even buying already. So, and this is the lowest it's been since December 2023. Imagine, this is the lowest it's been now. So this is the all-time low. So we really have to be careful in selling this, even though the pair is bearish. We really have to be very much careful. And yeah, so we wait for price to come back at this level next week, and we weigh wages there and see if it will make sense for us to participate in the trade or not. And and one thing I want to put out there is sometimes you will see me have have a clean and a setup, but if it's not clean enough, you won't see me take the trade. Example, let me just talk about this same pair. If price was to be at this level and give me an entry, then I have another pair that gives me a safer entry. And I know it's around that level of my OG level, or it's on my way there. I might skip this trade and pick the other one, just because that one makes more sense in terms of the structure and the entry. And even if I pick the other one and it doesn't go to my retail for my entry zone and maybe turns out into a, a no week trade, I'll be okay with that. And even if I miss this, I skip this one and it goes to my take profit, I'll still be okay with that because I saw, I made that decision myself. Because just as doesn't mean just because it looks good and it hits my take profit, it's a correct trade. It can be a winning trade, but it can at the same time a wrong trade. Because what if I take this trade and win because of just for the sake of me selling or buying under those terms, knowing that this is risky. And example, we are not good at the in terms of the weekly time frame. Because for the weekly time frame on this pair, really what would be very nice me selling this is if price gives me a full retest at this level and a rejection of this level, then I would sell, not a weak pullback at this level, because this is not even a weekly OG level. It's not so it might give me a trade here, but if I had a cleaner trade, I might not take this trade at all and I'll be fine because it's not the right trade. You can look at the difference between this retest at this point and the retest at this point. So that's what I'm trying to tell you guys. You see such things, so I'm just letting you know in advance. If it doesn't look right to me, example, the same trade I was telling you from showing you GBP AUD, gives me an entry. Then at the same time, I'm expecting an entry from USD JPY, and you can see how clear this trade is at its OG level. And why would I not take this buy and skip the other one? I would definitely take this buy regardless of my past experience with the trade, maybe in the last 2 weeks or last 4 months. I'll take it because it makes more sense to me. It makes more sense to me and it's clear. Mm. So you see GPPAUD, it's more of me trying to buy when price gives me a retest here, just because the daily is bullish at this level, but the OG level is way below here. And for me, I prefer the weekly OG level more, because once price is at that level, it really holds. Uh, so that's you can see that's now imagine where I'm trying to catch my buy and look at this level where I'm trying to catch my buy and look at this level where I'm trying to catch my buy. Which one would you preferably take? So that's what I'm trying to tell you. Sometimes you see me make such decisions, and even the trade I choose turns out to be wrong, I'll be fine with it. And for now, with this pair, we're still waiting for the break I showed you guys. And interestingly, the market just opened volatile on this pair USD JPY, and which is fine, which is fine. Just hope it doesn't go bearish. If it goes bearish, that's also okay, so that we know that once price goes bullish, price won't come back at these weeks. Uh, then we have Eurocard. Uh, Remember I told you price retested this level and gave us the OG level, but we need price to break above this OG level and give us the engulfing, and price broke above the OG level and retested the OG level, but no engulfing. So I'm still waiting again for price to break above and give me my retest and engulfing, then I'll buy. But for now, I'm doing nothing at all. I'm just relaxing. Yeah. And hopefully it gives us that so I can practice my entry. Uh USD, Euro USD. Uh this was just for entry practice, but I can't really take any trade now because the daily is still bullish at this zone. This is my higher low. This is my lower, my high high. So I need the daily to go bearish for me to sell or buy. For me to sell because the weekly is bearish, you can see. And if the weekly closes at this um level, we have a very high chance that price might sell next week. Even though we might not take that trade, but it will sell massively because of the structure I'm seeing in this pair. And the USD currency right now is performing good, as you can see. And so that's right about it. We had the break there, but price didn't retest, and price has made a new lower low, making this trade invalid for now. This trade is very much invalid because now we are bullish, so we can only buy once price is back at this OG level again. And this trade for now is considered missed because we've made the lower low. So we can only buy once price is back at this OG level and gives us another entry. But for now, this trade is well and missed. And just because of this small structure, the trade is invalid. So anyway, we'll continue in the next video at 8 p.m. Uh, Welcome back, guys. So let's just go through a quick trade update. This is 8 p.m., 1 p.m. Mark candle, 4 hour candle open, and where I am right now is 8 p.m. So, uh, where's the time zone? Can't even get my country, but yeah. Anyway, yeah, it's 1 p.m. and USD card had that nice push. Uh, we we first hit our 1 to 1, which is fine, and for now we just have to hold until price reaches our take profit. Then we'll be ready to come out. Yeah, so this is the trade we have right now. And as for now, it's going okay. This was supposed to be a bullish candle, but price rejected. That's fine. And since USD CHF, so I can clearly see that price had a strong push to the upside. And if price ends up breaking above this level, then this trade is also gone. Then we just have one pair to look at, which is USD card. USD card, NZD card, price is kind at the nice bearish close. So maybe we can get that retest by tomorrow. With the look of things, we can get that retest by tomorrow. And but price is still moving. Still have this is NZD AUD card. If price the 4 can have that shift, then we might be confident that next week we can have that retest at that level and we can buy around this level here. So this one also looks clean and it's it's okay for now. And we have Euro GBP, and by the look of things you can see that even us not having any interest in this pair after the shift has spared us this loss. So imagine if we try to take any sale based off this shift just because they will this strong aggressive bearish candle. So this is also a sign you guys should pay close attention to that. Price sometimes may give you a nice pull, even give you a very aggressive retest uh to your entry point and then go up again. So just have to be a bit patient and trust your analysis. And GPPAUD price might not, with the look of things, price might not come back here this week because you've seen we've made a new lower low again. We are about to make a new lower low if price closes below this. And on the daily time frame, this is a strong daily push, which means that next week we have to wait for price to retest all the way back to this level to sell. And this means another week of waiting because I can't really there are the chances of this for a weekly engulf candle to give me a pullback up to this level after it breaking this lowest point is slim, especially if it closes below this level. Then price is just likely to have that retest and sell more. Like you can see on the 4 hour time frame, it broke below, retested the level and engulfed, so it might sell more, but it's no longer part of my trade, my pairs for this week. Then I have USD JPY for next week as we were analyzing earlier on today. You can see how this price dramatically moved today. Get this strong push, and for now, just have to wait for price to come back here and give us enough structure point. But that's something for next week. For now, I just want my daily to close bullish like this, and then I'll wait for my retest, and then I can sell. That's what I want. So anything, this is still fine with me. But with this week rejection, my stop then has changed again. If I was to enter this trade, my stop has to be below this week rejection. Yeah. But the goodness of this trade, it's a long trade. My take profit is all the way there. So it doesn't really matter at which point I catch the buy, but we'll catch the buy next week. And Eurocard price failed to give us the engulfing we are looking for. And so we didn't take the buy. And even this wasn't a clear buy. And you can see from not buying at this level, just after the engulfing here, you've seen we've avoided this loss just by this simple rule I was explaining to you guys earlier on this week. So it really works. And for now, this pair is still valid in the 4-hour time frame as long as it doesn't break here. And for me, I would I love what's going on here, so that once when we can have that extra shift, which is next week, um I'll be confident enough to buy because I've seen price has tested this level, and it will form some sort of head and shoulder or double bottom, or just, and it's a sign that once price breaks above, it's ready to buy. And if I can use the daily time frame, let's say if the daily closes with this bearish engulfing, this bearish candle, then tomorrow we have a bullish close up around this level here, and around this level. We can easily buy this because we will now have the confidence that price has respected this level and it has rejected this level, should be around this level, and price is no longer interested in selling more, especially if it rejects this other OG level, then gives me that daily bullish candle I need, then can easily buy this trade and enjoy the profits. And this is a 1 to 6. Yeah, this is a 1 to 6. Mm, yeah, but it would require some level of patience, and we'll just watch and see what happens. But this once this trade, so here what we can simply type is waiting for daily bullish candle close, and can if the daily can close with that bullish candle, which can be tomorrow or today or next week, this is a very clean trade that I would like to buy. Because if you can, sorry, I didn't remove that. If you can compare this trade with this US oil trade, you can see it's almost the same. You can see what's happening. Price made the new lower low and shifted and retested. Then we entered that buy. So if you can clearly just try to pay attention with that structure point and observe with this structure point. So price is trying to create the same move, you see? And once price creates that move, then we are good to go. And so these two for now, they look promising. And respect to these, because all these I'm trading them. I picked them this week, so these two for now look promising. So let's see Euro USD what we have. Oh, this thing keeps on selling, so it means that. But the only bad part is I can only catch a sale once price breaks below here. So if this will continue selling, these guys are lucky because they will make money from this level all the way till this daily structure point. And so that's the analysis behind all this. Okay, so the real thing is just finding an edge in the market, then you'll know when you participate in the trade or when you want. But this looks clean. So I would have taken a trade here, but this would have been a big trade. Let's say if I took this sell and yes, the weekly is bearish and the 4 hour is bearish, so I can sell. But the the daily is bullish, so if I lose, that would be me losing from first breaking my trading plan and two uh, just losing. So I'm dealing with two mistakes: breaking my trading plan and being wrong about the trade. So, and the one that will hurt me more is breaking my trading plan. So in this case, you can see that even though it retested this for, it didn't even retest this for a trade level, so I wouldn't have entered this trade. Would have been regarded missed, as I said. But for now, Euro USD might be my friend once we break here, or if price makes a new higher high in the day on the daily time frame. But NZD USD is more promising for next week sales. If you can look at the daily time frame, uh, what did I just do? If you can look at the daily time frame, price is very much bullish, but the weekly is bearish, very much bearish, by the way. So it's rejecting based off this uh weekly OG level. But the reason why I didn't sell this, even though the weekly didn't break above the OG level, is because the daily was bullish. And remember, as I told you, everything has to be in sync. And it gave a very nice entry. You can see that's my lower low. And you can see how prices moves at this level. With the same exact uh analogy I was teaching you that day, you can see price makes a new low, higher low, and a higher high, and it goes bearish. So once it retests the OG level here outside, it didn't give us any engulfing. It dips inside, tries to retest there, and if this engulfing was to close outside, we would have sold, but still price doesn't give us the engulfing, so we still hold and wait. Price will test again, and once more comes at this level, gives this engulfing, Still, it's not outside this line. Price breaks below, retest, and it gives us the engulfing, and it's now outside the line. So then we enter our sell and our stop right above these wicks. Uh, if you can see in this case, the distance between uh, this engulfing and these wicks and this higher low high is very small. So I can easily put my stop if I want at this level here, and that would be fine. So then you just target your 1 to 3 easily. Let me use the daily time frame. Yeah, so from here you can target your 1 to 3 easily, which is around this level here. But the only thing why I didn't take this sell is now I didn't choose to take this sell is the daily was bullish, even though the 4 hour was bearish. So let me just screenshot this for entry practice, but I'll delete it. Let me just try to screenshot this for entry. And you can see this happened during 9 a.m. New York Open, and this also happened during Asian session, so you would have missed this trade. And still interestingly, price gave another entry signal, right? Did I download this? Okay, yeah. Right around this level. You can see price now ended up making a new lower low after this noise. Price ended up making a new lower low and retested and gave us this engulfing or this engulfing there. And you can clearly sell. And with the distance of this, if you want, you can put your stop there or just above this level. And you can see we have this nice head and shoulder pattern, left head, right break, retest, engulfing. And you can see how price just goes straight to your direction, and your 1 to 3 will be at this low, or yeah, this low, and you'll be out of this trade as soon as possible. So that can also be your entry. But if you want, you can put this there, and this entry, your stop, your so you see, the longer I increase my stop loss, the longer my take profit will be. You see, so now I'm targeting this low. So it just depends with however you want to play. See if you yeah, but usually it's just this, because I know once price comes back here on the daily time, on the 4 1 hour time frame, then I'm completely wrong. So uh it's usually above the wicks of the 4 hour engulfing, not the wicks of the 4 hour higher low or lower high. Only sometimes when uh one day I'll enter a trade like that where you see the time I'll do such. But for now, NZD/USD looks fine to me, and the only thing I'm now waiting for is price to break below this level and give me that 4 hour retest. But what I would want is if price comes back at this level, goes bullish a bit, so it can give me that shift, then I can sell. Yeah, this is a very strong head and shoulder pattern, the daily time frame now, if you can see. Then on the 4 hour time frame. But the main key is the direction of the trend. This price is bearish, especially if the weekly just closes engulfing this level. this head and shoulder will just be a a fake out. Anyway, so what else do we have? We have Euro USD. I've explained this, and we have AUD USD. I was telling you guys about how I wanted price to drop deeply at this level so I can buy, because this makes more sense. But that will be determined on how the weekly will close at this level, because the daily will go bullish as well, bearish once price breaks below here. And the analysis was we are looking for buy since price already rejected here and gave us the shift to buy. But on the weekly time frame now, it's that time where price it's let me just do this. It's it's that time where price breaks, gives you a bit of push to the upside, then gives you that deeper retest now, and that's what price looks like it's doing. So, but I'll be paying closer attention and watch out for how this price will play out this week. So for now, let me reduce this to 2 because I'm weighing my options on this trade just to see how it plays out. Because again, I can't be looking for buys when the weekly closes with this bearish candle this week. There's a high chance price might continue selling. And even if it buys, it's fine. I can pick another USD AUD pair. This is GBP AUD USD, and you can see why me not picking this we prevented this loss. And I told you guys the reason I'm not picking this buy is because I know when price retests this level, there's a high chance price might go bearish on Saturday, on Sunday. I remember telling you that, and you can see what price did on the 4 hour time frame. It shifted there, even retested, and price has started dropping massively. And from there, you can see this structure has been changed. And if we use the daily time frame, we are very much bearish. By the way, we are very much bearish. So the only way, let me just reduce this. Uh, yeah, and uh, by the way, I'm already done with another updating you. So if you have other things to do, you can just skip the video because I'll go through this again on Saturday. So this is the weekly time frame, right? And if you can see, price is now aiming for this uh buying point, like I was showing you in that AUD pair. Price can give you at least 3 or 4 or 5 pushes, but there's always a time when price has to respect that OG level, and that's what price is doing for now. So the only way, we now have to wait for the daily to go bullish and give us that entry we need. Or even at least if it rejects this level, still I'll wait for another week. So there's a high chance I might not be buying this trade this week because I need my daily to go bullish, and the only way we can go bullish is if price closes above this level. Yeah, so I think I'll end here for now, and in the next session we might talk about the other pair. But for now, this is how our trade is playing out, and I'll see you guys. Oh, let me update you on USA user USD. I'm still waiting for my sale target here, and US oil is still buying. Yeah. So that's it for this video. So welcome back, guys. So this is our market close, and let's just go through the market close. So uh, this is Bitcoin price has pushed up. The USD price is kind of now having a quick test. USD card price is still roaming around this level. USD CHF, the C price is targeting that break. NZD card, we are still waiting for a retest here, and UD card, still hoping for that 4-hour SOS, and Euro GBP, it's out of our entry, and then GPAUD, this trade missed us, and so let me just go through this pair, then we can call it a night. Uh, okay. Um, if we can, if we can see here, our 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 weekly is very much bearish, and you can see price kept on printing lower lows, lower lows, lower lows, lower lows, lower lows, lower lows, until it reached this zone. And I don't know if price has ever touched this level. Yeah, the last time we at this level was in 2015. I wonder what this, I wonder what caused this. January, January 15th in 2015. Uh, Let me try to search for this. Statement on demand the 12th of January 2015. Okay, market. Oh, there was a there was a decline in the oil prices where it dropped below $50 per barrel, and the Swiss franc was under pressure uh, before the Swiss National Bank removed its pay Egypt to the euro. Let me just do Swiss franc so you can explain. Oh, the Swiss franc actually gained after it abandoned the euro currency flow, and this made it gain and leading to this drop. leading to this massive drop. So if you if you took a sale at this level, you'd have made a lot of money at this level. Yeah, but this drop is, I've never seen such a long candle before. Wow. But yeah, I can see that price, again, with what's going on now, as I was saying, price has made a new lower low, and price has retested this level once and gave us the engulfing. So just to keep on selling until it's at this level. That's the weekly analysis. For the daily OG level, I didn't take the trade, just spectated it. Uh, mm, uh, you can see that once price reached at this level on the daily time frame, it had the daily shift, then with the engulfing, then daily retested, but though the daily went bullish again. So the key was waiting for this daily shift. And with the look of things, we can see that daily had that shift and the push, the retest and push to selling. Uh, yeah, this pushed into it, this bear selling more. Uh, and for now, at this level where this price is, I can't really take a sale. The only level where I can catch a sale is if price can return back at. But again, the challenging part is if price breaks below this level, then daily has made a new lower low. So meaning if it breaks above, this trade is ruined. I have to wait for price to come back at this level, then go bearish, then I'll sell. Because for now, there's no way I can sell this. Mm, and you can see as well. Though the 4 hour time frame has formed some structure, but you can see we're having this 4 hour bullish 4 hour break, 4 hour retest, and all this noise. But I I just didn't want to consider this as my lower high and lower low. But yeah, this can be my lower high. Yeah, this can be my lower high actually. It looks clean. So that's my lower high. But uh, luckily we didn't break above, so we are still bearish. We're still bearish, and the move, the 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 bare intention is to reach this lower low here, because price has to respect this weekly level, and maybe the potential setup can be if the daily breaks tomorrow at this level, and we get that sort of retest then and continue with the sales. That's on the that's on this pair though. But if we draw this thing to the left side, you can also see we have ah, close to them. We have some sort of price respecting this level here. So uh yeah, so this is the only trade I can see, but I can't really take this because this OG level is not just convincing to me. It's not just convincing to me, but that's the only analysis I can see if I'm a day trader. But personally, I won't be picking this not until price gives me something more convincing for me to risk my money on, but not now. So that's it for today, and we'll continue tomorrow. Thank you for